Well, hello.
Hello.
How are we this morning?
I am just thoroughly off the rails.
It's morning today. We actually are meeting in the morning.
Early morning.
So
well,
here we go. Well,
early-ish.
early-ish. Yeah.
Early-ish.
I mean, it could have been earlier, but I chose
but you don't
to
get
sit
up at
and
5
video
a.m.
game. Well, actually, I just want to say I chose to stay up and participate in Self-Care Sunday. And then I played video games until about 2:30 this morning.
Self-care is important and video games are important.
They
are. I am a pro gaming mom because I do like that my kid can hop on. And people say it. I like that he can hop on there. He can get his time to decompress, whatever he's got to do. And then, and both of them, and myself for that matter, get on, decompress, whatever. I can get off. I can face the rest of the world.
Right. There's something about sitting in front of that video game and killing, which might possibly be like a 10-year-old child across the country, probably crying to his mom that he just killed him. Like there's just satisfaction in that. And I know that sounds terrible. So please don't take that out of context.
Yeah, we just like to make sure that everyone realizes girls can play games too. And sometimes we're just better at video games than you. And that is a fact. I'm sorry. I am the 1993 Tekken champion. I am just throwing that out.
I have to tell you something really, really funny that happened to me last night, actually. So, actually, it wasn't last night. It was early yesterday morning because I have this habit of getting up bright fucking early. And then that's when I want to play video games. And none of my friends are on then because everybody's like night owls. Anyway, I don't know why I'm giving you these many details, but whatever. Here you go. So I log on and I decide to play with randoms. Now, there's nothing wrong with playing randoms because I've made some really good friends off randoms. Let's just preface with that. But this gentleman joins me and starts talking to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's not a kid. Because every now and then I get paired with a kid and I don't want to listen to a kid yell in my ear. Which I did have a kid at one point, but I'll tell you that later. But anyway, whatever. So he joins me and he's like, hey, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, New York, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm from Colorado. I'm like, cool. And he's
Let's play. So I don't want to talk to you.
Right. Like, and I kept talking about like positions in the game and I'm like, where are we going to land? Blah, 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 blah. And he kept coming back to it. He's like, oh, well, how old are you? So I tell him how old I am. And
29.
He's like, oh, I'm 23. And I'm like, oh, my freaking son's about to be 23. I was like, or maybe he said he was 22. I don't know. Either way, he was younger, whatever. And I'm like, no freaking way, which actually tomorrow's Dalton's birthday. Happy birthday, Dalton. But anyway, so I'm like, bro, so I'm just talking about the game. And I'm trying to keep it to that point. And then he's like, so are you married? And I'm like, no, but like I've been in a committed relationship for many years because like, you know me and my honesty.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, so are you happy? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, there's a reason we're together. And literally he left the party.
So he was looking for stuff.
Okay, so my question is, what on earth makes someone think, oh yeah, I'm going to pick up a date in a Fortnite lobby where I literally just hear a voice? I could be. Do you remember those commercials when we were kids that says, hey, I'm Amanda and I'm 6. And then it shows the guy in the basement and it's an old fat man.
Oh my God. Yes.
Like, yes I'm Amanda and I'm 6.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that.
How do these people not know that I'm not Amanda?
I don't know. You know what? Not for nothing. You're taking a lot of faith when you chat with somebody on the and I'm not going to lie. I've met a lot of wonderful people, like you were saying, just by chatting, and I've made some great connections and everything else. So I'm not going to knock the fact that like there is some genuine people out there that are real, and you and I are very real.
But you don't intro your chat with "I'm looking for love."
I like that
for
you can play Fortnite.
Somebody that you just listen to.
No, I agree. I mean, there's a lot more to getting to know somebody and stuff. And I mean, at the end of the day, I fucking have faith or don't. I mean, but I get what you're saying. And then that kind of throws you into a fear about kids too, because you don't know. And I've told my kids, I was like, you don't say where you live. You don't say your name. You don't say shit. If people say, how old are you? Say I'm old enough. Like keep your shit to a minimum.
Well, and I
say that when you and I used to talk on party lines to people where I used to have them come meet me at the mall, but I'd never show up, but I'd wait and see if they did. I am that horrible person. I'm sorry. I was fucking 14, man.
I called party lines too. They were fun. Yeah. But you know what was my addiction as a teenager was I loved Yahoo Chat.
Oh my God, that was
ASL.
so much
You remember age,
fun.
sex, location? Where you
Yeah.
at? Where you at? Where you at, baby?
Oh, AOL.
Oh my God,
You've got
AOL.
mail.
You've got mail.
You'd have
And
to
the-
go and steal all those freaking things just so you can get the free internet. Man, those were the days. Those were
Oh
the days.
my God.
I'm going to dial up and then I'm going to go make myself a 12-course meal, come back, and everything's about there. It'll be there in about 1,000 years. I'm almost on, guys. I'm almost ready to talk.
Right. I have to tell you, it's like super nostalgic for me every time the fax machine goes off at work because it literally sounds like a dial-up connection. And it's just like a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm
I
back in the
picture you-
90s.
I picture your head popping up like on
Hey,
the
it's like
and you're
radar
I'm
for me.
excited.
It picks me up. It's like, hey, here we go. We're back. We're
You
back.
got mail.
I have to be honest. There's a part of me that really misses the 90s.
Oh my God.
And-
the fashion is back. The fashion is. Look at me. Tell me that right now I don't look exactly like what the 90s was. I have baggy jeans, the hoodie, Tupac written up on there.
You know,
I'm
I have to laugh. I actually had a pair of Jinko jeans that like my high school boyfriend gave me. And I will never forget that. I put so much shit in those pockets.
Dude, there's so much shit. You could literally put
Why have
anything-
pockets gotten
Oh my
so
God.
small, dude?
It's like they want us to carry a purse. And I'm going to say that as I reach for my purse. So everybody who just heard that was my purse. Nobody calls anymore. I don't want. I can't even call to freaking make the appointment to go to the freaking chiropractor. I was like, but the funny thing is, I'm like, I'll walk over there and just make the appointment. And literally, you looked at me, Tom looked at me, Dina, they're like, why? And I was like, they're like, you have a phone. I'm like, I guess I can't bring myself to make the fucking phone call.
Mm.
That's horrible, right?
No.
Is that where we are?
I mean, I feel like I procrastinate until they're closed usually. So
And then you're like, oh shit, I got to do it tomorrow.
yeah, maybe I should do that in the morning, and then I don't get up in the morning.
Procrastinate some more.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, you know, I actually wanted to tell you, somebody emailed us and they asked us more about ourselves.
Yep.
They kind of want to know just, I guess, about who we are. I don't think we've ever formally introduced ourselves, have we?
I don't know. Do you want to play that I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint?
Yeah. I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint.
I mean, we might have to stick that into this so people know. I mean, what are we? Who are we? What are we? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Hence the side quest.
I
mean,
think honestly, I'm still trying to figure okay. So I feel like I've hit my era in my life where like I'm shining the brightest. Like I
can see that you are very shiny.
Thanks. Now I just need to get my skin to catch up with my emotions.
I'm telling you, Dollar Tree. They have all that Korean face care. I don't care what anybody says. I go there, I pay $1.25. I'm sorry, they're the $1.25 store.
$1.25
and
store.
you can see that it looks beautiful. Why? Because all this stuff is like really from Korea. Like I'm telling you, I have one that is a vegan face mask that smells and tastes like blueberries, and it literally has.
Wait, why did you taste it? Look,
First
girl.
of all, don't smell like. Look, I smelled the markers. I'm just gonna freaking admit to it. Why would you make markers that smell like fruit and then yell at a kid for smelling them? Thank you. Except the blueberry smelled like blue. Every color has a flavor, and every flavor has a color. I just want you to know that.
No,
that
I
goes
agree
back to
with
the
that.
purple and the grape.
I agree with that. Like the jelly we had whenever we
Oh my
were
God.
out for
I
breakfast.
spit that right across the
Oh.
right across the table. I mean, that was
artificial grape flavor is
yes, that was
absolutely
horrible.
vile.
However,
And it
the Amish
literally
meal was
tastes like
fantastic.
it tastes like the color purple.
It did. That was
It's
purple.
the weirdest
That was
thing.
purple.
I totally can relate to you. Something's wrong with our brains, I think. Unless people can relate to that too.
Where we relate colors to flavors, and I can literally tell you, I can smell something. Since we're just randomly off the rails today, as you know, suggested by our listeners, I can smell something and it will take me back to a memory, good memory, bad memory, it doesn't matter. And I am just in that nostalgic mode of whatever that memory was because of that scent.
Right.
And it's just, and then you stay there and then the scent disappears and you kind of get a little upset.
That's true because I know exactly what you mean because the moment I smell, there's a perfume called Sierra. It's like instantly everything of my grandmother comes back.
Oh, and she
It's
just,
like-
and she
it's
just
like-
went to heaven. So.
No, this is my my mother's mother. And there's just something that smell, like it just brings it back. And then my aunt always wore Taboo.
Ooh, I love Taboo.
And as soon as I smell Taboo, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking my Aunt Vic. And it's just crazy. Like you're right. That olfactory sense.
Was it Taboo or was it Dreams by Taboo?
I'm pretty sure it was just the taboo because it was the red and black.
They made one called Dreams. Me and Bridget used to wear. We would go to like one of the retail stores and put on like, because it was the 90s, so we hung out at the mall. We would put on like half a bottle each. Of course, we smoked cigarettes then. We didn't want our parents.
Half a bottle each.
So we half a bottle each. I mean,
like my sinuses are yelling at me right now thinking about it.
To Caldors, because we literally just used you for perfume. Like, I don't think I ever bought anything.
You just wanted to smell expensive.
I did. And I mean, half a bottle, But you got to figure the scents back then were weird. And they're coming back now because I just bought a candle. It completely smells like the 90s. And it really does, because I made absolutely everybody I walked into while carrying that candle, because you know me, smell the candle and ask them what it smelled like. And most of the people said, kind of smells like the 90s. Boom.
It's interesting, right? Well, and do you remember, like, just thinking back to that time, like the cotton candy perfume?
Oh, my daughter still wears that.
Oh,
it's that oh my God.
I know what you're talking about. It's like Body Fantasies or something. Yeah. And then they had God, I'm really ashamed to admit how much vanilla I
Oh my
wore.
God.
I do not like vanilla now.
No, I can't even. I get every time somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get it away."
Right? Do you remember the scent that they had for Victoria's Secret? I did not like that either.
I do remember that, but
everybody wore it.
Oh, I liked it. I remember going in there and they used to have the stems too, that were like in the little flower thing. I love those. You can't find them anymore.
Wait, in a stem? I guess
it looked like a little, like a flower. They were called stems. They had like 4 or 5 different scents, and you could get them. And I had gotten one as a gift, and I really liked it. So I asked for it, and then of course they got rid of it because I liked it. If I didn't like it, it'd probably still be. Right. But that's the issue I have, is I find something I like and then they freaking get rid of it. And then I'm pissed. I think it's because I used half a bottle at Caldors and they realized it and they were like, shit, that bitch is just going to rob us.
They're like, she owes us now.
We're taking away
everything she likes. Yep.
But now I just, because you had turned me on to the body oil stuff, and I have found an oil. I have to cut it with witch hazel, and I've been using that, and I really like it. It lasts a long time. And
I'm telling you, there's something about putting body oil on and then applying your scents that just makes them smell different.
Like they bond into your your chemistry smell, and you can get an amazing, like a very alluring scent. Like you always smell nice.
Oh, do I?
You do, and except for when you smoke that one pen that smells like basil, and I feel like I have to go home and make pesto. Like every time I was like, man, I could really go for some pesto. I do. I go home and make pesto because you smoke.
Wait, have you ever made homemade pesto?
I have. I have a daughter who's a chef.
I feel like I need to know how to make my own pesto.
Okay. Have Faye teach you how to make that stuff.
Next time we're together, she's going to teach me.
That dirty Dr. Pepper the other day with, but she used French vanilla creamer. Oh my God, it was freaking insane.
You know what? I have been putting creamer in like my tea and stuff forever.
Yeah.
And it's so delicious. And now the fact that they're like, oh, let's get a dirty soda. I'm like, this is shit I've been doing for a long time. This is good shit, man.
You're like, where the hell? Yeah, where's my residual?
And everybody always looked at me like I was fucking crazy. And I was like, no, I'm telling you, it's delicious. And now it's a craze. Yeah. It's a phase. It's a thing.
But that goes into like, what's a core thing of yourself that you've taken like throughout your whole life, something you carry that people look at you and they're kind of like, that's weird. I mean, there's a lot. And I can think of like, I'm a very, what do you call it begins with any empath. Nope, that's not the
empathetic.
Word. I care about others too much. I will give until it hurts me to the point where I'm physically hurt from giving. But I feel like if I can be the person to help somebody, I want to help. And I feel like that is a trait that I've carried from when I was young and trying to save the frog to now trying to save whoever. And I feel like
that's probably a quality I've carried too.
To me, it's a good quality, and it's a quality that's definitely needed in the world today. But I also feel the amount of times that I am just taken advantage of, and then I get to a point where I have that anger, the rage, and I fall off, and then everybody looks at me like, "Why are you acting?
Where'd that come from?"
Yeah, I don't understand. And I'm like, because you keep taking from an empty bowl. I'm holding this bowl and I'm showing you it's empty, but you guys keep sticking your hand in what you're taking. I have no idea. You're just taking what's left of me. And you and I had talked about it because you had shared this wonderful meme. And I had mentioned this meme before, and I hate to call it a meme because it wasn't. It was very inspirational. It says, you looked into my cup to see if I had more. I looked into yours to see if you needed more. And that really stuck with me because that's the type of person that I am. I want to see if you need more. And if I have it to give, I want to help. And it goes into like our stuff with the Mom for a Minute and other charity things that you and I are involved with and volunteer things that we do, because that's the type of people you and I are. And I mean, that to me, is that a core value that we brought? I would like to think it's a core value that we've taken through our life and everything. But when do we hurt ourselves with it?
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. I agree with that.
So give me a trait, something. I mean, there's a lot of wonderful traits about you, but something that you've carried from childhood to adolescence to teen to 20s to you got your own children to instilling it in your child.
I don't know if there's one solid thing that I can claim because, like I have said before, I've evolved a lot from who I used to be. I think one thing that I always make sure of is every day I want to have a new experience, whether it be gaining knowledge, whether it be learning. I mean, I guess that's still gaining knowledge, learning something you didn't know, or being corrected on something, any kind of criticisms. Like, I'm always open to that too. And I think that every day that I've made it my mission for that day to be better than the day prior.
That's
been something I've always done.
That is a wonderful trait to carry because you make wonderful things. You are my favorite person. And I think that everything that I've learned about you over the course of our friendship has been just something that makes me think I picked the right person to be friends with. Like, we very much have a lot of the similar thoughts of how we want things to go and how we want to act in the world. I mean, granted, you don't run off as often as I do. You're pretty much, you can stay on your path. And I'm like, hey, look, a bug. And then you're like, Kelly.
No,
Cliff, come here.
I think that I'm just as disorganized, but I can pull it back.
Yeah,
I don't think that there's because I think we're both pretty scattered. I think that you are just a little more scattered than I am. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like we're both there. You're just a little more. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but
I will drop things that I probably shouldn't drop, where you're like, oh wait, we still got to hold that, and I'm like, wee,
yeah,
take off your bra and run,
like
nude.
No caution.
And you're like,
you throw your caution to the wind, which actually that's usually been me too. And it's funny because even whenever I was talking to somebody I went to high school with about us doing the podcast here, and I was like, occasionally I have to edit her out, and she goes, wait a minute, you have to edit somebody out? And I was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, I think that that's probably the biggest thing that I can say that I've carried. I just always want to be a better person than I was the day prior.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter like in what aspects I do that. But like I said, even if it's gaining knowledge, if it's helping somebody, if it's just anything, like I feel like every little bit is just a vast improvement on who you are as a person.
Yeah. I agree. And you know what? Every day is something to learn, something new. Hey, you know what kind of got me is when you were telling me this about learning something new, I had this conversation with somebody and we were just chit chatting. I said, well, what would you want to do? End of the thing. You don't have to worry about working. You don't have nothing. You're whatever. And he goes to me, he goes, I want to just know like obscure knowledge about stuff and then just go to parties and talk about obscure things like some random freaking French film that nobody would heard of, but I'm totally invested in while swirling wine and eating cheese, and then leave with like my partner and just laugh about how like I was just a pretentious ass for no reason, then go to the next party and be a completely different off the wall literary thought. Just change it up at every persona of which I go to. And then just that's what he wants to do with when he's done with his career or whatever, what he does for work and he can be done. He just wants to, I don't know, be that person at a party that's eclectic.
I think it'd be funny to even just like, you could just build these personas. You could just go as yourself and you could dress up and you could just make up shit.
I think we should do that. They did that on American Dad.
I feel like I could totally do that.
We should do that. All right,
I could
people,
just
what do you
bullshit
think?
my way through.
We could go to the Goodwill. We could find outfits and we could just show up for shit. We could create backstories and we could just show just whatever.
Like I imagine to myself, okay, I want you to remember in that movie, I Love You Man, whenever he's just like at the house showing and he's all like, "Da, da, 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 da." Like, I don't know. I always felt like that would be hilarious. I used to go whenever I was, oh my God, whenever I was in my 20s, we used to go to like house showings and just
pretend.
I'm not going to talk about all the shit that we did.
No, that is fun. Do you know how many times I have gone to just something that I mean, it's just like an open house or an open event just for the simple fact of like, I can get 20 minutes of entertainment that is not kid. Oh my God, she's dying.
I'm okay.
Okay, there she comes.
I'm okay. I'm back.
But no, you know, we're going to have to elaborate on that next episode. We'll make a whole nother episode of things Jen did. But I would totally dress up like a stuffy English lady or something and go have tea somewhere and act like we're, I don't know, pompous assholes.
You know, my friends and I, we used to go to the drag shows. And of course, I think the bars used to close at like 2 a.m. And this was back before Walmart closed at like 10.
Oh, I missed the 24-hour Walmart.
We would go to Walmart 2 and 3, you know, just after we got out. Well, first, of course, we would go to the Waffle Hut or the Waffle House, whichever one.
Get your ass
we would
kicked.
Eat some breakfast and have some greasy food. And then we would go to Walmart and we would go into the electronics where they had all the karaoke machines set up. And we would have our own little performances. And there
I can imagine the workers there go, and I don't even care
anymore.
It
was so much fun. They didn't care. They didn't give a shit. We were great. And you know, this was a little bit before everybody had their phones in your face. So
yeah. So it's a memory somebody's probably still sitting around talking about now. Hey, you remember those girls that used to come in from the bar and sing for us?
Well, and you know that they had they used to have stuff set up like the tents and stuff. And like we would go chill out in the tents. We would just do stupid shit.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah.
And it was such a blast. And I really miss those days because it was so nice. Nobody was in the store, just the workers. And it was always such a blast.
Oh, yeah. And they didn't care because they were like, fuck, entertainment for the night.
Right. And I lived down in Texas at the time. And I don't know if you know, well, they say steers and queers. That's all that comes from Texas.
I don't see no steers.
I would go into the gayborhood. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we would have so much fun.
I love that you called it the gayborhood.
It was the gayborhood. I mean, that's exactly what it's called. If you know the Dallas area, you know plenty about the gayborhood.
Yeah. In the same regard, we do love everybody, so don't worry about it. We're not busting on them.
Oh, we had so much fun. I'm still friends with a lot of the drag queens. Like, I don't keep up with what they're doing lately with their drag and stuff because, I mean, obviously, I have a lot going on now. That was fun then, but now I'm like, but I still love them. I miss the damn drag queens. It was a blast. We had a good time.
I would go see one. I've never gone to see one. I'm the only drag queen that I'm going to admit that I knew.
Never been to a drag show?
Never. I would go because you.
Okay,
you gotta
Kelly, we need to pop your cherry.
I know. And then you got to tell them you're doing it because I mean, if we're going to do it, then we want to make sure that I get pulled up on stage.
First drag show.
They can throw some of those platform shoes on me. Show me how to walk. I'll roll an ankle. We could do a whole epic video of them dragging me to the ER and tossing me out the door.
Girl.
Hangover style there. And I'll say, but did you die?
But did you die?
But did you die? No, I just rolled my ankle.
Well, it's been several years since I have been into that crowd, but it was fun. We had some good times. And like I said, the 2 a.m. Walmart trips. God, I miss those.
Oh, could you
Nothing is open at 2 a.m. anymore.
Everything here closes like at 2 o'clock. I mean, it's insane.
I thought everything seems to close at like 8 or 9.
I'm like, hey, I still need stuff at 10.
Right.
Sometimes at 10 o'clock, I have to go dye my hair a weird color because I had a bad day.
The last 2 nights, it's been just after 9, and I'm like, God, I could use an ice cream. And they close at 8.
Stewart's.
Oh, I guess I could go to Stewart's, but you know, it's different. I want like that soft serve with the.
Oh, yeah.
I like that flavor.
Soft serve is lactose intolerant, so you can eat it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why it doesn't give me a bellyache. Hello, Jennifer.
That's why it got no lactose.
So, as far as everybody asking us, you know, knowing more things about us, I think I can just give you like a little rundown. Most people that listen to us probably know us pretty well, but there is some people that don't.
Well, we're in 8 different countries now. I don't know why people in other countries want to listen to.
It's wild. It's wild.
Sexy ass women talk on the computer. But hey, you know what? age, sex, location. Where are we? I'm just fucking
Age,
with you.
sex, location, right? Yeah.
This is all new now.
Well, I am 29 and holding.
Me too.
Okay. So 29 and holding. And I'm a Pisces. I like long walks on the beach.
Is that what we're doing? You know what? We should totally tape ourselves doing a fucking dating profile thing. You know what show I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
With Chuck Woolery there, The Love Connection.
Do you remember the one with the girl that cried about, what the hell was it she was crying about? Something about how cute animals were or some shit.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! Yes.
All I can think is the one with Mr. Bean.
We need your age, sex, location now. Oh, you like Kelly, 29 and holding.
Yeah. Sex? Yes, please.
Wait, I should have never even said that word, right? I should have never. Oh my God.
No, you know what? I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to be 46 years old this year. And you know what? I think, not for nothing, I look pretty damn good for 46. My Korean skincare from the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree is fucking kicking ass for me.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie. Everybody that I've met that is going through or have started menopause and everything is like, I'm so hot. I'm so tired. I'm so this. And I'm like complete fucking opposite. I am energetic. I'm up at 5 a.m. I sleep like 4 hours. I'm perfectly fine to get up and function throughout my day.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
about
like,
that.
I'm going to start like trying to make myself look better. And, because I'm not going to lie. I was a fucking dumpster fire. I was a mom. I never even got to use the
let's not say I was a
bathroom.
mom because I have met some moms that I would have never guessed they were mothers.
True.
So let's reel it back.
We're going to reel it back.
I was a lazy mom.
And I figured, fuck, what the fuck do I got to look good for? And
I think that was me too. I was more like, what do I have to look good for? Like I just am slaving every day.
Yeah. And now I'm trying to, and it has been helping the mental health. And then that was the reason for, I mean, not the weight loss. The weight loss thing was a desperately needed health thing, which has made a huge health difference for myself. And the rest of it, starting to clean myself up is because not for nothing, I do have time to do it and not worry about other people's needs right off the rip. I still have not been in the bathroom by myself in 19 years, but
Me neither.
Hey, here we are.
Whenever I go to work, I told you that's my refuge.
I know
when I'm
that's
at work. I just hide out in the bathroom.
I'm like, oh, Jen's pooping. I said it the other night too. Somebody's like, how do you know? I'm like, because she's texting me at work.
She's texting.
So she's pooping.
She's pooping. Well, usually I'm trying to poop. Like that. Do you remember the poem Here I Sit All Brokenhearted, trying to shit, but only farted?
Yeah, like boss makes $1 and I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I feel like it's funny because every time I clock in at work, I'm like, all right, my time is no longer my own. And then, you're like, I giggle when I go to the bathroom, like, like I'm getting away with something. God forbid I use the bathroom.
I love it. I do. That's hilarious.
And it's funny
I work alone, so nobody even knows if I'm in there for 5 hours.
They would know if I was. I tell them all the time, I'm like, if you don't hear from me in like too long, then come check on me because maybe I passed out or something.
Sitting on the toilet.
Oh
I came
God.
to shit brokenhearted. All right, here I am brokenhearted, came to shit, but only farted. That's what you said?
Yep. And John always tells me you can't have any rain without the thunder.
Thunder.
I feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Sorry, I don't know. It took
Please
me out.
add that song into there.
I'm like a vocal stem here. I'm like, gotta do it.
I like it. I like when you're stemming because then I can stem and we can stem together and we come up with a fucking awesome show.
Why is it always vocal for me? Like, why does everything have to vocally trigger me?
No, because
why can't I just be? Well, okay, yeah, and I talk with my hands a lot. Yeah. I forgot.
I slap people. I'm like, oh my God.
I hit John in the forehead last night talking to the cat. I was not talking to John. I was talking to the cat.
I laughed because I know she talks to that cat more
I literally was just like, boom, and I just smacked him right in the point of his left side of his forehead. And I laugh because he tells me all the time that I look like Adam Sandler. And I tell him he looks like Steve. Steve from Minecraft because he's got a big old blockhead. So I'm like, okay, Steve.
Please don't hurt John's feelings.
What is that? How does that hurt his feelings? He's got a blockhead.
I could just picture you having a full-on conversation with the cat.
Well,
John's just laying there like, you could be talking to me. And she's like, no, I swear to God, Shark Bait, I'm telling you that I saw The damn bunny in the back there.
Because,
You had
okay,
to see-
hold on.
John's
In
like,
my
"I'm fucking sitting here."
defense, Kelly, in my defense, let's rewind. Does Sharkbait not speak back?
He does.
Okay,
does.
thank you.
He does. He was like, I saw the bunny, Mom. I thought about going after it with you, but you won't let me outside.
I literally, the other morning, I got up to get into the shower and he didn't see me get up. And usually I say something to him whenever I wake up. And literally I heard him come across the dining room just, "Brar, brar,
Where'd you go?
brar." And then he
need
gets
you.
to the door and he does this thing like, "Hello, hello." And then it sounds like he's like, "Mom, Mom." And he sat at the door. And then as soon as I opened the bathroom door, he goes, "Rah!" Like, "Oh my God, I see
Yes,
you."
you're here. Hooray.
Listen, I'm telling you, I cannot do anything without this cat being up my ass. He, like, at night, whenever, okay, perfect example. Last night I was playing video games till 2 a.m. and he sits at me and he goes,
patting you.
yeah, over and over. He'll pat me and he'll be like, and then he'll look at me and then he'll adjust and then he'll be like, I'll be
You're not
like,
giving
"Are you
me
ready
any
to go to
attention."
bed?" And he's like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Bro, give me just a few minutes. Let me be an adult for a little bit."
I can
Like,
imagine
this
him looking
cat
at you
runs
like,
my life.
it is bedtime. What the?
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
ready.
he does. He'll dance around me or he'll just sit there and he stares at me like with his eyes all wide, like, "Come on, let's go, Mom."
Yeah. We're ready.
Yeah, seriously, that's my life. And so I don't know why I ever thought that I had any kind of freedom when my kids grew up because I
We just
forgot
moved
I
on to
have my
animals.
fur child.
Yep.
And he is needy.
I swear to God, I walk past my cat Mango, and if I don't stop and say something, he'll grab me. Like he was hanging
Oh.
off my shirt today. I'm like, "I'm filling up your waters." I
Haven't you
can't-
been smacked by Max off the cat tower a
Yes.
few
Oh my God,
times?
he did that to me the other day. I walked by, he clocked me, and Dalton about died. He died. He was like, he got
My
you.
cats
He
are like,
duffed-
"Hello, you're
you."
not paying attention to me. I am all that matters in this
Yep.
room."
He duffed me. It was
There,
all right.
God.
It was all right. I was
There's
like, you know
something
what,
about
Max?
the freaking cats that just this is, and I didn't even have a cat until I'm trying to think how well the Sharkbait is 13.
Oh wow.
13. So that he was my first cat. I tried to get a cat when Dalton was a baby and I got like a Himalayan and he was beautiful. And I only had him a couple weeks because Dalton would pull on him and then he would put his fingernails in Dalton's head. And I was like, I can't have an abused child by the cat. So yeah, I had to find him a home because he was not,
Yeah,
he was grown. That was the problem. I got him as he was grown.
Yeah, and he
But-
wasn't used to having a kid, I'm sure. And that's the sucky thing with pets. You gotta.
Well, and then my ex-husband, I was with him forever and he was allergic to cats. So I never got a cat.
Oh, I would have gotten rid of the man, but that's just me.
Well, then when we split up, like literally days from him leaving, I got shark bait.
You break the cat home. He's like, okay, so I guess
Yeah.
we're not reconciling.
Yeah,
She's like, no, I chose
no
the cat.
reconciliation.
Yep, sorry.
That was me. I was like, yep, I got a cat. Sorry. Bye.
Not for nothing. Speaking of, I just told you I told you this morning. I've seen two bears, one running up the hill when I was driving Faye to work. And then yesterday when I was driving through the woods, coming down the mountain.
Well, one of the
He
girls
was like, I'm going to pop out. I yelled out the window both times. I would be in the woods with you over a man.
one of the nurses, she said she was driving in and she saw like a mama bear and two cubs running
Aw.
across the road.
She was trying to get to our podcast. I remember. I invited her. I said, come on down, Mom.
Oh,
She
Lord.
said, I said, I'll have some porridge.
I'll bring my babies.
I said, I'll bring porridge. She said, make sure that bitch don't eat my hot porridge. I said, don't worry about it. I got you, boo.
Mm.
I got you, boo.
I
take care of
don't
our
know what I
mamas.
would do if I saw a bear. Can you imagine if a bear just came and like started getting on your porch? Like,
I'd
what
be
would you?
like-
I don't know. I don't know what I would
I'd
think.
probably try to pet it. Can I pet that dog? I wanna
No,
pet that
let's
dog.
not
Oh,
pet
no,
that
I'm
dog.
stupid. You know I'm stupid. You know I'd be
Gosh.
like, I can domesticate this. I can.
I've always
know.
told everybody that's probably how I'm going to die, trying to pet something I shouldn't.
Come here. The bear's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna rip your face off.
Come here, baby.
I'm gonna put it on and wear it. You know.
They'd be like, "Rawr." Yeah, I know. What? God.
I mean, that's how I ended up getting a chicken originally. It was just on my porch one day and nobody wanted to claim it, so I was like, I'll keep it.
Oh my gosh.
Then I had chickens.
That's how we ended up with so many pet rats because, like, when the snake wouldn't eat the rat, we would Oh my God.
You felt bad. So you're like, I'll just take, look, you get to live.
You're like, you lived.
And then you're like, shit.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, that's probably how we've ended up with a lot of our pets. Actually, Sharkbait was an intentional purchase. Well, he wasn't a purchase. He was sick when somebody needed him taken care of. So I took him in and he was, my baby since then. And no, Elvira was an intentional purchase. Max, I actually got Max from there. It was him and his sister. And then somebody I knew took his sister and I kept him.
Aww.
And then Louis, of course, he was intentional. We were searching for a kitten and then
he's a handsome.
Bam, they were like, oh, well, the rest of the family got eaten by coyotes. And I'm like, okay, Louis, you're coming home with me. It was terrible. It was so sad. I was worried. I was so worried about him.
We got Peaches because our neighbors were going on vacation and then he had come over and said, hey, if those kittens that are living under my porch aren't there when we get back, I would not be upset. So I took that as, could you please catch the kittens for us? And I could only catch one. And then we weren't going to keep the kitten. And then we kept the kitten. So then we got Peaches.
Isn't that funny how they end up they just end up family?
And then we went and I went to go look at a cat. I wanted a full orange cat. I have no idea why. And the person had given away the one that I had picked because they had kittens. And then they're like, oh, well, I have this other one. So I was like, all right, and this is Mango. And I was like, all right, I picked him up, but as long as it was a boy. Picked him up and I, patted him and he was good and he just curled right into me. I'm like, all right, I'll keep him. In the meantime, this guy's granddaughter comes out and it is like Tom and Jerry. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Tom and Jerry where Tom is sitting in the little carriage there from like the frickin' 40s and she's got a bonnet on him and a diaper and she shoves the cream in his mouth and he's all right for a bit. She comes out with these 3 kittens. They're all white, except, they got a little orange on them. One's got 1 orange dot, one's got 2, one's got 3. And they look at me like this girl has been hugging us and shaking us like the girl from Nemo, the girl from Tom and Jerry, please.
Mm-hmm.
So
please take us.
So we ended up taking the one with the 3. We didn't take all of them. We only took the one with the 3 dots and we named him Trio. And, but he had a liver issue and he ended up passing away. But I mean, at least he wasn't getting his head. He had 2 years before the liver. There was nothing we could do. It ate him from the inside out.
Oh, poor baby. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Poor baby.
Do you see the amount of flowers that cat though brings in my yard? I got to tell you, we got him buried in the backyard and he's got his own little grave and that's where other pets and fish and chickens and things. Yeah, I bury everything. Anyways.
Yeah, we buried all of our rats.
Yeah. So, but there's a field of flowers.
We bring them out and bury them.
There's a field of flowers, and this is the first. He died last year, and this is the first year these flowers have appeared. So I'm assuming they're from him.
They're from him. Yeah,
they're from him. He's like, here you go.
He's like, let me give you some beauty.
Let me bury. Yeah, thanks for burying me here in a Nike box. It was the only box I could find. Maybe he feels bougie because he got a Nike box.
I know this. You just triggered a memory because we were laughing last night with my mom on the phone because there was a time when Jasmine was the only girl. So she was like the princess of everybody and she got a hamster and the hamster died. And we literally had an entire funeral for this goddamn hamster. Like,
because she needed
They cremated him. We got his ashes. She got this little piece of jewelry with her ashes in it. My whole family, we all gathered and we had a funeral for Snickers.
Aww.
But literally any of the boys, if they had an animal die, were like, oh, just bury it in the backyard. We'll be all right.
Yeah, here's a shovel. It doesn't flush. Take it out.
But it was just funny that we had a fucking funeral for the hamster.
She needed it, though. I'm sure she did.
And I think just because you said it earlier, if you were to give a 30-second to 1 minute elevator pitch and you were trying to sell yourself, what would it be?
Oh my God.
Remember, you only got 30 seconds to a minute, girl.
Shit.
I know,
Can
right?
I flash him?
No, girl. I'm talking about a little elevator. Like the dating shows, if you're to say, hi.
I normally just pull my shirt off and that pretty much gets me everything I want.
Girl. Listen, ain't nobody want to see
You know
my,
what?
that's the thing. My boobies are like a tube of toothpaste that's been spent.
Yeah, mine aren't looking that great.
Ain't nobody giving me nothing free to see these.
Fucking, you know what gets me? Here we go. We were like, oh, we're gonna lose weight, we're gonna be healthy, and then took from my boobs.
Well,
boobs.
And you know, it's funny. The other day I was talking to Jasmine and I was jumping around and like my boobies were clapping. And I was like, she was like, Mom, please stop. She said to me, but no,
Look, I like to
so
throw one over my shoulder and salute the other one like a continental soldier. Come on.
I think if I was challenged, I would say, okay, hey, I'm Jen. I have spent my entire life doing everything for everybody else. And just recently I decided to take on my own power and say, all right, let's give more value to yourself and stop giving it to everybody else. And so I started making changes in who I am. There's times in my life whenever I have not made the best decisions, and I totally own up to them. And I think that they've made me a more solid individual today. I was raised in the South, born in the freaking Europe, came to the United States when I was like 10. And I have been thriving and surviving since then.
Do you know what I like about what you said? Because everything is exactly what we have as our mission statement. Like, this is why we started this. This is what we're doing. And I mean, that's the perfect elevator pitch to what we're putting out here.
Yeah, true. Nothing. I mean, I don't know. Now, come on. We need to hear yours.
All right.
Now.
Well, fuck. Born and raised in New York. I have never left New York living anywhere else. I don't know. To be honest with you, fuck. I just want to see shit be better. I am so sick of like the negative that I just don't want to do it anymore. And I want to be that positive person. So here I am floating through life. It's a similar thing, getting taken advantage of left, right, and center. And I mean, here I am, 46 years old. I'm going to be 46. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like I have nothing to show for my life whatsoever, except for two wonderful children that I think are the bee's knees. And I did say bees, but yeah, I don't I feel like, I don't know, what have I accomplished that is worth the accomplishment? And you know, I volunteer for absolutely everything. I love helping people. I love raising money for things, especially things I'm passionate about. I am very good at getting people to do things I want them to do. That's pretty much my only superpower. But I do, of course, have to show you my tits. So, I mean, 6'7" here.
Oh my God. If you pull out your boobies and 6'7" them, I will, girl.
That's for later. But I mean, gosh. At the end of the day, and here we are, just promoting ourselves and promoting this. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see everybody help one another. And why are we living like this? Why are we living with the hate? Why are we living with the negative? Why not? Why are we living for paycheck to paycheck? That's another thing.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I mean, we're the only thing that pays to live here.
Yeah, I know.
You know, nobody else, and other animals help other animals, and the birds and the ants, and everybody helps one another. And then here we are. Nope, I won't do it unless I get some.
Right, and it's a sad way to live. I agree with you. I think that's the point where the two of us come together. We both agree that the world could be a better place, and we agree that we can put what we have in ourselves out into the world.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to continuously do. So we hope that you take a minute, check out Our Mom for a Minute.
Yes.
Our mission is very clear. We obviously want to be able to help anybody that needs it. We want to be able to be a resource for others, whether it be emotionally, financially, physically, whatever we can do.
We'll throw spiritually.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So we hope that you take us seriously whenever we say, hey, this is something we really want. We encourage you to continuously reach out to us because we are reading everything that you guys say.
Yep.
And we look forward to talking to you again. We hope you all have a wonderful day.
I really do, for a Monday.
Keep yourself happy. God, why am I having a hard time giving advice today?
You know what? At the end of the day, you got to do what's good for you. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. As long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
That's right. And again, we are happy you spent this hour with us, 45 minutes, however long it is, whatever. Anyway, so with that, I guess we're going to close out. You guys have a beautiful day and enjoy the sunshine. And
girl, bye.